Get into it. OTR Super Sprint at the Bend, and a big day for our championship leader as he peels off another race win, pushed all the way home by Chaz Mostert and Tom Randall. Cool to see Tom on the podium here today. Brodie, just what a week, huh? To be able to come back from what you've done in America and straight back into where you'd left off at Sydney. So just your form at the moment, and you're obviously particularly happy about how today's played out. Just your thoughts on the week as it's been for you.
Yeah, definitely. Just really proud of our whole team. We didn't unload very well and made some really good changes throughout both practice sessions and were able to put the Coca-Cola Camaro up front there in qualifying and didn't get a very good start. I think Chaz had a blinder off the line and Tom got a pretty good one as well and had to get back by him and work for it. So but yeah, the car was just on rails, so it made my job pretty easy today.
Those first few laps and the battles, and then also the race to get back into pit lane and then race to get out of pit lane, just what was that excitement level like, the intensity level?
Yeah, we had a bit of a plan, at the start of the race if there were a few situations to happen and all sort of worked out in my favour and the crew executed really well in pit lane and gave me a fast stop, so I was able to come out in front of Tom with the overcut, so and just was able to manage the race from there on.
Do you get any confidence from sort of running and doing what you did last week and playing in a different playing field altogether and then coming back to Australia and doing what you did here? Does that sort of help in any way?
I think any time you can gain experience is key. So I was able to experience something that I haven't experienced before and really enjoyed my time over there and definitely learned a lot and brought some back home and hopefully get to do a little bit more of it next year. But I really enjoyed today and it's pretty hard to beat a supercar.
Very hard to beat a supercar. We like that. Chaz, welcome back to the podium. Welcome back to the press conference. I feel like the vibe yesterday from your team was that second was not where you expected to be. It's a happy sort of mistake, I guess, you call it. But is that a fair statement that you guys are a little further up the road than where you expected?
The focus for us this weekend was to try and work on our qualifying speed. It's definitely been our Achilles heel the last couple of rounds. The Bend is a very unique track. I mean, the setup that we had been running the last couple of rounds and had quite a good race car isn't the same for what we have been running here this weekend. So I thought, it was good resilience from the team today. Practice one, I think we were probably genuinely 20th there, and then we chipped away at it very, very quickly through 1, 2, and could have easily went the wrong way, but I think we went the right way with the car. So obviously the competitiveness come with it, and was able to qualify up in the 10. But that 3-part quali, there's probably the first time this year where we actually probably haven't chucked 2 sets at it in the first stage. And it's probably the most anxious I've been driving around for a qualifying lap was actually the first part of quali. So to get through for that and then, know that you actually might potentially make it to Q3 actually and have a green tyre up your sleeves, probably a big confidence boost for our team. But like I said, this track's unique to others, but it's set us up for a nice confidence building weekend. Hopefully we can tune the car a little bit tonight and have another couple of good results tomorrow.
I think you said after practice 2, it might have been when I caught up with you said you had a change of philosophy. What does a change of philosophy mean?
It's a great question. And a lot of engineers talk about it, and I've been in this sport 10 years now, and I still don't know what they're talking about. So, if you work it out, you'd let me know. But
Chaz knows.
I don't know. I just say chuck the toolbox at it, and hopefully it comes out the other side. But that might be a philosophy. I'm not sure.
I took a semester of philosophy at uni, so I'll see if I've got the books lying around somewhere.
I'm not even going to bother trying to say it, so I'll leave it up to you.
Thanks, mate. Tom, how good's this? On a podium, obviously a Sandown podium with Lee Holdsworth once upon a time, and now doing your own thing in supercars. A lot of work to get here, and feel like it's all paying off, mate?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's bloody hard to get a podium in supercars, so the competition is pretty crazy. And following on with what Chaz said there, with the way the nature of this track, and having those 3 sets of greens for the 3-part quali, it's tough to try and do that lap in Q1 and then just sit there hoping that you make it through so you can run another set. And that was probably the first time that we've had a green set for the 3rd part of qualifying this year. So pretty cool to put the car in the front row and then have a really good start. Lead into turn 1, had to work out where to brake, so that was fun, but we managed to get to the apex and then obviously had the safety car restart. But look, Brodie was too good today, so he did a fantastic job. But just a great way to repay the whole team, all my supporters, people who have stuck by me with over so many years, and it's just a bit of a relief, to be honest.
Is it like a sense of irony or serendipity that the podium happens here at the venue where obviously you had a very tough day last year?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy to think. A year ago I was starting the same spot, so albeit one row back, and I loved starting second a bit too much that I stayed there. But we did the complete opposite today and got a really good launch. So not as good as Chaz, but we got into the lead and just tried to manage it as best I could. But as I said, Brodie just got me, I think maybe lap 10 or something, and then we pitted, and that was a fun little battle there with Chaz in the pits. But as I said, it's really cool for the team, because we've had the whole team has had up and downs this year. It's been a challenging year, and I think it's just a great reward for them for the amount of work they put in at the workshop. It's pretty surreal. So it's just a bit of a reward for them.
I heard Cam tell Garth Tander on air after the race that he's very happy to see you finish third, but he won't be doing that again. Is that fair? You could say he looked after me. So no, thanks, Cam. He's a pretty good mate of mine. So that was. I'm sure he'll want a tow or something tomorrow. So I'll probably have to give it to him. But P3 and P4 for the team today is really solid, and JC getting up to P8, I think, from 12th or something. That's 3 cars in the 10 is pretty cool. You got fastest lap of the race too, JC. Okay, let's open it up. Nice work, Tom. Very happy for you. And if we've got some questions from the journos, we'll dive right in. Why not, Connor? There you go. Thank you, Andrew.
Tommy, welcome to the press conference.
Thank you.
Were you asking the team for Cam not to attack you at the end there, or expressing to them that you were worried about him coming, or would you have been happy just to race him?
I think it was like Cam won't race you, so I just sort of eyes forward. But there was sort of that half a second gap the whole way. So, but whether or not he was taking it easy, I'm not sure. But I'll chat to him. I haven't seen him personally. I haven't seen Cam since the race, so I would have battled it out with him either way. So
Tom, congratulations. What is, like you say, it's been a tough year for Tickford and probably all the 4 teams, but what does sort of this do for morale heading into, Sandown, Bathurst, big time of the year?
Oh, well, it's great for morale, and I think the biggest thing whether it's not just myself, but we could say if it's Car 55 crew, but is just trying to execute everything. I feel like we did that today, so there's always some sort of story of, if this hadn't happened or this hadn't happened, whether it was on my end or, from a car point of view. But pretty much the whole day ran quite well. I mean, we were top 2 in all sessions, and then obviously 3rd in the race. So it's very easy to become complacent after some good running in the practice, and then drop your eye off the ball, and then you could be out of the 10 in qualifying, and then it makes the race really hard. So to finally have a day where it's all gone probably as well as it could have, it's nice knowing that can happen, and it's just about trying to repeat that. So yeah.
To Chaz, like you say, it's a pretty unique track here. The Fords look quite competitive, but I mean, drag is still seemingly a concern going to Sandown and Bathurst. So I mean, I guess is it important to kind of not get carried away with what the results are here? If there are changes that still need to be made.
Obviously this is a really great track from an aero point of view, and because the average speed is up so high here compared to a lot of other places we go. It was a pretty interesting race. Obviously me and Randall were at the front, and I thought we probably have similar weaknesses and similar strengths. Our car was quite affected in dirty air a little bit through turn 5 and definitely through the bowl, and that's where Brodie seemed to be quite strong to me, not as affected. Maybe his car was just a bit better in that area, but I couldn't really complain too much about my mechanical balance. Definitely had a reasonable balance, but just I was just a bit vulnerable. Brodie just got me way too easy at 6, but I think he also got Randall quite at 6 too, so he's quite strong there. So I don't know, we'll see what for our microsector analysis tonight, see if we can do something a bit different as a team. But I just felt like I kind of struggled in those 2 places during the race.
And Brodie, What was sort of, I guess, the adjustment like, coming back from, big spotlight, massive moment for your career to go to race at Indianapolis and then to come back here and refocus on obviously a massively important championship round for you?
Yeah, it was obviously, I really enjoyed the experience over there, and it was quite a bit different to supercars, but honestly, I just come back home and prep the same way I always do, and work closely with the team prior to the round, and just tick all my boxes, and it's days like today that when everything goes right and everyone executes and I do my job, that we have days like today. So
Brody, you sounded on the radio when you got that pole, when you clinched the win, you're a bit more excitable than usual, fired up than usual. What was behind that?
I always get excited when I get a pole.
Fair enough.
I would too.
Brody, tough day for your teammate, obviously out on lap 1, and the team's championship hugely important to Erebus. So just your thoughts on bouncing back from that one.
Yeah, obviously I heard that Will got taken out at the start. I actually haven't seen the incident yet, but he was a bit on the downs today, and he'll be up there again tomorrow. He's shown great speed all year, and pushed me, and I've tried to push him as much as possible. So they'll get his car back together tonight, and we'll both roll out tomorrow, and hopefully both have a great day. But it's days like today where things happen, and it's just motorsport.
Indeed. Last call, going once. Thanks, guys. Good job.
Thank you.